Cape has just released Arc 8 Chapter 1, and this video will be a summary of the chapter. Anyways, let's begin. The battle between the Imperial capital and the rebellion had entered its final phase, spreading chaos to every corner of the city. The same is true with the death of Vincent Valakia, the abandonment of the divine generals, and the appearance of the mysterious army from the west. Obey me! Due to the appearance of a third party, the condition for victory has changed. The man stands on the rubble as a makeshift stage. He raises his voice. Everyone watches the man. Vincent Valakia shouts out these commands. The divine generals are in attendance, alongside the Prime Minister and Ubilk. Vincent explains that Meguro is holding back the enemy, who is Balleroy, who has risen from the dead. Goz and the Prime Minister explain that Lamia Goodwin is also alive, alongside the other royal candidates killed in the Imperial selection years ago. Goz was loyal to Vincent, however the Prime Minister was now on Vincent's side. Since the Prime Minister cared about the prosperity of Valakia, it was obvious he would now help Vincent in defending the capital and defeating the enemies. Vincent then goes on to ask if Ubilk knew about what would happen. However, Ubilk explained that he only knew that the disaster would occur if Vincent Valakia died, but not what the actual details were. Goz states he will help Vincent to redeem himself. However, Vincent tells Goz to shut up. Vincent constructs a map of the city in his mind as he plans his next move. After all, everything that happened was constructed by Chisha Gold. Vincent feels the pain from below his collarbone from where he was struck by Chisha. The pain made his brain race and he was alert as he formulated his next plan. Cecilis then interrupts Vincent and says he isn't really interested since he has his own job to do, which is to charm the world. Vincent sees that the battle outside is still raging on. Cecilis states he is sure Vincent is the Emperor and his speech was good. However, if Vincent wants to sway Cecilis, he will have to pave the way forward. Vincent says, is that what Natsuki Subaru did? But Cecilis states he doesn't know who that is, but he did speak to a beautiful woman earlier. Vincent was sure that Cecilis arrived due to Natsuki Subaru. Regardless, Vincent told Cecilis to do as he pleased, and Cecilis said he had no intention of obeying Vincent, but he will let Vincent off the hook. Cecilis then proceeded to jump out the window, but Vincent called out to him. Cecilis, standing on the windowsill, turned back, and Vincent states he will make due with his promise and prepare a giant stage for Cecilis. Cecilis, hearing this, laughed and proceeded to dash off. The Prime Minister wants to talk, but Vincent states it doesn't matter. Then Vincent states they will abandon the Imperial city. The scene changes. The horse runs through the Imperial capital. Eudora, Subaru, Tanza, Rui, and Beatrice make their way through the city. Subaru has Beatrice in front of him, and Rui is clinging to Subaru's back. Beatrice shoots out a minya. Rui warps through space to attack. These girls would clear the way of any enemy they can that block their path. Subaru knows if they can defeat the fake Emperor, then they can win and end the war. Eudora then comments on the amount of enemies popping up, wondering what they were. Of course, Subaru knew that they would face resistance, but they were no longer seeing Imperial soldiers, but weird looking pale creatures with golden eyes and cracked bodies. Tanza notes that these creatures are also attacking any Imperial soldiers they do see. These creatures did not obey Subaru's wishes of not taking lives. So in the distance, some of these cracked enemies are attacking Imperial soldiers. So Subaru calls out to Tanza, who darts forwards and kicks these creatures into a building and saves some of the lives of some Imperial soldiers. Tanza then comes back to Subaru. The Imperial soldiers run away to safety. Subaru looks at the corpse, which shattered into glass fragments, and wonders if they are dead, before Beatrice states that is likely the sacrament of the immortal king. Subaru asks if Beatrice knows what it is, before Beatrice explains that it's a banned taboo magic that brings the soul of the deceased back to those who have died. It was originally studied by her mother, but it was incomplete. Subaru realizes it's a type of necromancer type magic. Subaru then wonders if Wallachia has necromancer mages, but wonders why Abel didn't talk about it beforehand. Beatrice also seems to know Abel, and just from Beatrice's look, Subaru realizes Abel and Beatrice are not compatible. Subaru taps Eudora, who then proceeds to stop the Gale Horse. Then asks Beatrice if the zombie magic will stop if the caster is defeated. Beatrice explains that this type of magic is a combination of yin and yang magic, which usually stops when the caster is killed. However, she isn't 100% certain. Beatrice states that she has never seen this spell before, so she cannot speculate. Beatrice also states that the spell's effect and strength is also dependent on the caster. Subaru knows that the zombies are indiscriminately killing Imperial soldiers. Subaru knows that Vincent uses death as a purpose. After all, the only good death is a useful death. Since the zombies are needlessly causing death, Subaru is sure that this necromancer is an irregularity. Eudora then asks Subaru what the next step is, and Subaru thinks before Rui starts acting out by pulling Subaru's hair. Rui then points to the royal palace. Well, actually, somewhere near the royal palace. Rui seemed to be mentally stable after reuniting with Subaru. Subaru, of course, has a complicated relationship with her. Either way, Subaru would trust in Rui's judgment. Subaru then says, change of plan, before telling Eudora to go where Rui is pointing. It seems that everyone knew who Rui was pointing to, before stating that they will pick up Rem and escape from the capital with as many people as possible. It was the same decision as Abel, and Abel wasn't there, but both Subaru and Abel made the exact same decision. And with that, the chapter ends.